Well, guys, I'm back doing another Demon Slayer arc. This time the Tsuzumi Mansion arc. So yeah, I recently checked up. Movie Train's not gonna be that long either. But the Tsuzumi, but the next arc is gonna be a little long. I looked up the Source Village arc, and that's gonna be very. It's gonna be a short season. It's gonna be a short arc to review. So it won't be that many episodes in the anime. So yeah, I already explained this arc in the anime. So if you want to check my thoughts on that, go to my anime channel, Kill Phoenix, and go look for that video. So yeah. No, I think I mentioned this many times before, but the manga is slightly different to the anime, as in the art style anyway. There's slight difference in it. You will notice it if you read the manga and watch the anime. Saturday I'm planning to review Demon Slayer, the Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles, both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 versions. I got both. And so not much different. So you just go to Anime Gamer for that. I'm gonna do it Saturday though, because I got Shaman King tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, without further ado. So this is only 8 chapters long. Shorter than the anime, because, the anime combines chapters from the manga into a 4 episode. I gotta be ready to read the Hunter exam arc of Hunter x Hunter in the manga, which is 37 chapters. Compared to both versions of the anime, where the original was 31, the reboot was 21. And I have reviewed the 1999 anime. So yeah, plan to read the reboot soon. And some Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, my next manga review will actually be a review on Yu-Gi-Oh! The first arc, I'm gonna promise that. That's my vow if I remember. Anyway, that's the review. So continues where we left off. With Tanjiro seeing a boy with yellow hair kind of begging a girl to marry him. But the girl is clearly uncomfortable. But just then, his sparrow came and told Tanjiro, somehow Tanjiro was able to understand it. So the sparrow explains to Tanjiro everything. Tanjiro agrees to help. So he pulls the boy off the girl, telling him to stop, that the girl is clearly not interested. But the boy recognizes Tanjiro from Final Selection. Yeah, this guy was on Final Selection, which is a detail that, it's mentioned in the anime, but the manga had a bit of a detail. They actually added images from the end of the Final Selection arc. When Tanjiro actually survived that big old demon. Alright, the game. Yeah, now I'm gonna save that my thoughts on the game when I review it. So, I remember I'm gonna review it Saturday. So yeah. Anyway. And Zenitsu was pissed at Tanjiro. I mean, the boy's pissed at Tanjiro. Well, but the girl just slept, saying that she still likes him and stuff, but the girl just repeatedly slaps him. Pretty pissed at him. Basically, he got the wrong idea because she just saw him sitting lying on the road, asked if he was okay. So, and she has a fiance. I mean, it's probably. I mean, Tanjiro does. His spouse told him everything. I'm not gonna mention that though. Because I think I mentioned this in my review on the anime. So, yeah. Um, so, and the girl leaves. Tanjiro introduces himself to the boy, and the boy says his name is Zenitsu Gatsuma, and Tanjiro owes him for that. Tanjiro looks at him with disgust and pity. Anyway, the coach shows up telling them they both head to the Tsuzumi mansion, where a demon is pulled there. They arrive there. Tanjiro smells away scent, but Zenitsu keeps claiming that he hears a weird sound that Tanjiro can't hear. But then they see two kids. Tanjiro checks over them and sees they're scared. Manage to cheer up. He asks if they live here, but they say no. But the boy says no. That their brother was adopted by a demon and taken there, and he was badly wounded. Tanjiro praised them for their courageousness and put on going in. Just then, Zenitsu says the sound's getting louder, and a body flies out. Well, this man is not their brother. You know. So yeah. So after that, Tanjiro decides to go it. Tanjiro leaves Nezuko with the kids, telling them that they'll be safe with the book, the book, they'll be protected by the box. That's alright, yeah. So he tells Zenitsu to go in. Zenitsu does refuse because he's a coward. At the same time, Tanjiro's mad base. He gets in and goes with him. Zenitsu asks Tanjiro that anything bad has happened, that he'll protect him, right? When Tanjiro mentions about what happened in his last fight, he broken a leg and rib. He's broken a few ribs and has a broken leg. As you remember his last fight with the Owl Demon, which I actually just reviewed yesterday at the time it was recorded. So, yeah. So, yeah. And then Tanjiro sees the kids coming. Tell them they shouldn't have followed him. But the only reason they came is because they were scared because the box was making sounds. But Tanjiro said they shouldn't have left it though. Because that box is more important to him than his life. Then those weird sounds start coming on, and Zenitsu gets scared and accidentally knocks Tanjiro and the girl into the next room, and they disappear. Tanjiro disputes. The girl, he goes to calms the girl down, saying that they'll be okay. And he asks her name. The girl's name is Teriko, and her brother is called Shoichi. The younger brother. I don't mean the one I was catching. I mean the boy I mentioned. Oh god. Anyway. So. Yeah. And then the demon shows up. Let's see. Yeah. Danjo tells Togo to stay behind there while he goes back. The demon's concerned about Moenchi. Or Monchi, I can't remember what it's called. Danjo attacks, but the demon just taps one of its drums and the room spins around. So while Tanjiro struggles with that, meanwhile Zenitsu and Shoichi. Zenitsu's being the usual code, and Shoichi has a jab at him. Why is he if he's a Kelvin, why is he a swordsman and stuff? Anyway, we got to mention the reason he's as Tanjiro asked something like that earlier in a way. Basically, Zenitsu fell in love with the wrong girl. He's a woman. He likes girls, by the way. If you didn't get the scene earlier, he fell in love with the wrong girl and left him in the law mount debt. Till an old man who was once a demon slayer himself, which is obviously because he tries to take on Zenitsu's debt and trains Zenitsu to become a demon slayer like he was. We don't know about what these are called at the time in this arc. It's not until the next arc we learn what they are. It's not until, well, it's not until the rehabilitation arc we find out what they're called. Find out what they're called, sorry. And don't have that many arcs left till I get to the Entertainment District arc. Now you can watch. So yeah, that one's gonna be a long arc because it was adapted into 11 freaking episodes. So that's gonna be a long review. Anyway. Now, Snake uses more cards. When he opens one of the doors to try and find an exit, some guy with a ball head just runs past them. There goes. So yeah. And after some more cavalry actions, Zenitsu and Shoichi are chased by a demon. Well, Tanjiro still faces the main demon, because this demon's the head of the house. We started with the room turn. Just then they hear something. And the same guy in the ball mouse pit just shows up. Oh no. Shows up ready to fight. Excuse me. He's just ready to fight. Nigel tells him not to be so reckless. Listen. And when during the road tour, but his foot lands on Toroko. I mean, the guy doesn't seem to care. So Tanjiro throws it up trying to watch where he steps. The guy, excited that no one's ever fallen before, challenges Tanjiro to rebel and stuff. Arguing about the demon. Just then, another drone. So the ball head falls out of the room, and another drone goes off. And Tanjiro and Toroko end up in another location, in another room. Not sure what's going on. Tanjiro tells Toroko to stick with him. Oh, he smells blood. Before that, though. When he looks out, he sees a dead body. He tells Toroko not to look, and they head off to the connection. Weird. So, after checking a smell of blood, they find out who it was. Turns out it's Toroko and Shoichi's older brother. The one who's adopted. Zenitsu and Shoichi are still running from that demon. Zenitsu tells Shoichi to go off mode, but Shoichi doesn't want to. Yeah. Isn't in among and stuff. Zenitsu passes out from fear. There's no explanation about it a bit, but it's the anime just cuts that out. Cuts the whole narration out about it. When she said Shoichi was gonna die, and Zenitsu's asleep, the demon's tongue is cut off. and Zenitsu stands up protecting Shoichi and gets into his technique pose. As then, his eyes are still closed, so he's still asleep. So he uses his technique, thunder breathing, first form, thunderclap and flash, and cuts off the demon's head. Zenitsu wakes up to find how beautiful what's going on and sees the demon's head. Usually and stupidly thinks Shuichi's the one who did it. Shuichi just says nothing because he's confused about it as well. Oh, I did run into the older brother. Tanjiro decides to help the boy out. Treat his wounds. Help him out. The way explains that also the ballhead guy runs into the easily kills a demon. He has twin Nichiri swords with dents in it. In a small, well, bosso like holes in it. I bet my hat. So I have to come down. The kid explains that those. I think it was taken by that demon, mentioned something about weird blood, like Manchi and stuff. He ended up in a battle with two other demons over control. One of the demons knocked the drum demon's drums off one of his drums, and the boy just took it and he's using it to hide ever since. I also revealed that demon was. Sorry. The Crow explains that Moranchi is a type of rare blood in some people. So anyway, we cut to that demon. He just mentions a bit about the past. He was just a writer before he became a demon. And yeah. Anyway, he got stronger by being off many people. Thought he's gonna get strong, but he started. His punishment. Kibutsuji denounced him from stripping of his number. No longer a member of Tokizuki. That's why he's got a scar on the eye with his marking on it. Odd detail. And then he must have rolled his eyes back into his head. So on the top right was Scott. Aye.
Shannon, what's my speaker doing in the bathroom?
Ignore that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so,
You'll have to kill something and so.
what was I? Right, Tanjiro sends the demon come in. Tells the two as soon as he leaves the room to hit that drum. So we say, Mario takes care of it. And tells them not to worry. He makes sure to take the demon down. They agree. And once Tanjiro starts going after the demon, he tells them to do it now. And they do it. And Tanjiro bows this demon, trying his best to avoid his attacks. Not to mention, Zenitsu and Shoichi are spawned outside. I mentioned that. So he's trying to figure out how to battle those strong techniques with his broken leg and ribs. It will still hurt him when he pulls Zenitsu off that girl. It was Tamai who treated his wounds, by the way. After that, he figures out one of the water breathing techniques to beat the demon. He uses the night form, and he's the friend. Before he cuts off the demon's head, he says his blood demon art was amazing, and just cuts the head off. Before the demon fades away, before the demon's head disintegrates, he asks, did he really Tanjiro, did he really mean it? That his blood demon up was good. Tanjiro tells him yes, but he will never forgive what he for eating humans. And the runs away. So Tanjiro goes to find Terrago and her brother. And is safe. So he carries the brother on his back. And they head out. When they see Zenitsu being beaten up by that ballhead guy, we learn that after being flung from the window with a bit of a blood on the back of his head, the ball guy comes out of the way and attacks the box with Nezuko inside, sends the demon inside, as you know. But Zenitsu stops him, saying that the box is a wound to Tanjiro. Even though Nosuke says, bugger, use the names out of habit. I try not to spoil it, but I sometimes say the names out of habit. I am very sorry. So, yeah, it's hard for me not to say the names. It's out of habit. Because I like this character so much. Anyway. Then we come back to now. Now, Zenitsu has a very good hearing. Tanjiro tells him the boy to stop and punches him in the gut, broke some of his ribs from a very strong punch. Yeah. And what it was doing, the Demon Slayers cannot use their swords to fight each other, cannot attack each other. The ball goes in this and just uses hand-to-hand combat and stuff. Anyways, Zenitsu marks earlier that the boy was from Final Selection. He was the first up and down the mountain. So, and again, actually, as I said, I'm going to mention the detail on my Anime Gamer channel. I'm still trying to think of what to revamp some of my old channels too. Yeah. So the ice technique is like he can afford like an animal, and he's got great flexibility. Tanjiro uses his head, literally uses his head to stop it. So he just headbutted the guy. And the guy's with head mask. And somehow the guy has a face like a girl. He has a very feminine face, which is up a little all half. It's odd. Like if he covered up his entire body, like baggy kimono. Oh, hell, this is kind of they kind of use that to deploy in the Entertainment District arc. He's annoyed. Tanjiro tries to kind of pisses the guy off every time he says something about his feminine face. Anyway. And the guy passes out in a concussion. Yeah, Tanjiro gave him a concussion. When he wakes up a few hours later, he's still wearing the fight Tanjiro. He introduces himself as Inosuke Hashibira. As I said, he still wants to fight and doesn't get why Barrier is. So he refuses to help them bury anyone. Tanjiro just tricks him, uses his anger to his own advantage by pissing him off, getting him to do it. It's clever. So, what's different between the anime and manga? That there is a narration, but it's not Tanjiro narrate. It's confusing because sometimes it sounds like Tanjiro's narrating, but when you say his book, when the dialogue Arya says his name, it's like a different person saying it. It's confusing. So yeah, in the anime, Tanjiro narrates this, but not most of the time. And the quote, I say the part, say goodbye to the three. To goodbye to Shoichi and Terako and their brother. With these Zenitsu trying to beg Shoichi to come along. When they head down the mountain to rest at a place called the Mysterious Mountain. Where after resting, having a doctor check up on him, eating and resting. Is that right? In those cases, seems to have forgotten all about the whole thing, in the whole incident with the box. There's a narration here too, about but it's more detailed. It's a lot more better in the anime because it's played out with the characters saying it themselves. Maybe it's the film time from the manga. I don't know. Yeah. One thing the anime should have done is expand more on Tanjiro's family, create some filler scenes. Like, even modern anime create filler. Like, it's still, like, there's filler. Like, there's a lot of filler in some stories. In modern anime. You know? Usually Pokemon's more of a filler anime itself. Because it doesn't follow a single story of the games. It just takes ideas from Pokemon from them, but telling its own original story. So it's just filler. I mean, it's neat to ask. Tanjiro thanks him for protecting it with his life even though he knew it was a demon. You know, after talking for a bit, let's go Sasuke to the last Garen is a Zenitsu. Anyway, after she emerges, Zenitsu gets pissed that she's a pretty girl. Won't ask angrily why Tanjiro's with her, and just attacks him. You know, that's where this arc ends while Nosuke is sleeping. So, yeah. Anyway, that's where the arc ends, as I said. So, it's been fun reading the manga. I really love reading it, and I hope to read more arcs that will not yet been adapted into the anime. Like the Swordsmith Village arc and onwards. I can't wait to read the finale and see what happens next. I hope they do a sequel story someday, set a couple decades in the future, with the descendants of Tanjiro and Zenitsu and Nosuke in modern day Japan, 21st century Japan. Similar to the vein of the Shaman King sequel story, with the son of Anna and Yo being focused on. I really should read that once I actually gotta read more Shaman King. Anyway, as you notice, I actually just deleted three videos of Eden Zero, Fairy Tail, and Wave Master. Since it's been a while, I'm gonna reread them and re-review them, and continue reading on. So my apologies if you enjoyed those videos. I'm gonna redo them though. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. You'll stay updated on all the videos that comes out in the future. I hope to see you guys tomorrow on my anime channel for Shaman King. I'm looking forward to the episode to see what happens. We got a couple more weeks. We still got April for it to finish. So I can't wait to see the finale when it comes out. And I like to correct a mistake I made in a different video about in my anime channel is about Tokyo Mew Mew's reboot. It's not coming out in April, it's coming out in June. So it's coming out in June of this year. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to try my best to watch the original Tokyo Mew Mew and also read the manga. I've also been watching about 7 episodes of Smile Pretty Kill today. I'm enjoying it. Enjoyed it so far. Better than the dub. That's saying something. I'll get my thoughts on that when I actually completed it. Alright, so you guys, I'll see you all next time. Kyosuke out.